Okay, welcome. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh man, sorry, it just got a lot going on down here. I've been cleaning, getting everything straightened up from um, doing these videos and everything, and just getting ready for tonight because it's week 4 of my roundup for the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 12. Wow, I can't believe I've been doing this for 12 years. I just can't believe I've been doing that. Tonight I got all kinds of fun stuff. I'm kind of buying some time for people to show up because I know I do my streams very impromptu. Everyone kind of gives everyone a heads up. Me, I never know when I'm going to be able to do it, so I just do it. So I got all kinds of fun stuff planned for this stream. I got the Thing prequel playing off in the background if you want to join in watching that, but that's just so I have something in the background. I got a bunch of movies I'll be talking about tonight, and um, for the week 4, and I'm going to be putting together this Lego set I bought. It's Jurassic Park. This movie may or may not show up on today's list. So yeah, but I'll get into that in a second. So let's just start off with because let me just restart. I am the one and only MSJ, Max for short, and welcome to my YouTube channel for this live stream. It's my night off, and I plan to do a lot of fun stuff for this stream. I got a nice selection of movies to talk about. I got this Lego set to put together. If you want to join me, I got the link in the chat, so please do that. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I got Thing, the prequel, playing off in the background just for kind of for eye line because where I'm sitting is, hey Sean, how you doing tonight? Um, I'm going to be if you haven't heard, I'm going to be putting this together on tonight, and as well as just talking about some movies. So and everything. So I can't wait to kind of do that. And I'm doing laundry. So I got all kinds of stuff going on in the stream tonight. So yeah, let's just start with a movie first. Thank you for stopping by, Sean. I really, really appreciate that. If you want to join, I think the link is in the thing. So to start my movies off this week, I inadvertently did a theme. I didn't really mean to do a theme, um, but it's kind of romance zombie movies. I truly didn't mean to do it that way. Me and my friend are a big fan of My Boyfriend's Back, which is today the first movie I'm going to be talking about. Is about this guy who's really, really infatuated with this girl, and so he kind of devised a plan to kind of ask her to go to prom with him, and it kind of backfires in a big bad way because when he does like the fake robbery scenario where she's working at a convenience store, so he comes in, kind of starts buying some things, and his friend is kind of being a little late to the party kind of thing. So, but then an actual robber shows up, and he ends up getting killed in the process. But he ends up like coming out of the grave and just kind of wandering around like nothing happened, which I really liked in this movie. Is that everyone is so nonchalant about this zombie. Yeah, no problem. No, I honestly didn't know what time. I was trying to go on about an hour ago, but I was cleaning down here, getting things picked up because this little corner that I'm in got really, really bogged down with like movies on the floor and trash from my unboxings and everything. And and just I'm like, then I reorganized the shelves behind me and everything. But yeah, it just awesome. Just thanks for hanging out in the chat. I appreciate that. Um, so hey Pap, how you doing? Um, so I'm talking about My Boyfriend's Back first. Um, if you that's the first movie I'm talking about. What was oh yeah, and he ends up getting coming up, and everyone is just so nonchalant about him coming back from the dead. He's and he like the really big caveat of it all is like he wasn't allowed to leave the cemetery, but he's just like, you know what, peace out, I'm going. And then trouble ensues and everything. And like this movie has a very young Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think he's billed in the movie as Philip Hoffman. So as Chuck. Uh yeah, or is it Buck? Well, because there's two people in the movie named Chuck and Buck. Um, but yeah, I really like this movie. It's really cheesy. It's very like has a very unique feel to it. Because everyone is like so like I said, just very like very nonchalant, like, oh, there's a zombie running around town. But I mean, eventually, when he starts eating, when he eats somebody who accidentally kills himself, um, uh, the townspeople kind of get a little upset about that. But he's starting to kind of like deteriorate and everything, and all he wants to do is just take someone his crush to the prom and everything. And it's really funny. It's very campy, but it has a unique charm to it. So it's not really it's not bloody, it's not gory. It's really like there he has this dream sequence where oh, happy Devil's Night to you as well, Sean. I see. I'm like a day behind and a day ahead at the exact same time because I'm like I'm technically on my day off, but I'm like thinking a day ahead because I'm about to go to work in the overnight hours, so it just kind of feels weird. Um, but yeah, I really liked this movie. I've seen it a million times, but then when I was young and as a kid, and it's just I just was just so like fascinated with the feel of that movie, and then I haven't watched it in like 20 years until recently. And then I ended up kind of going down like, you know what? I watched another romance zombie movie. I watched Burying the Dead or Burying My Ex, sorry, starring Yanton Yelchin and I think Alexandria Daddario, and I cannot think of the other one's name who is playing the ex because she is fantastic in this movie. Echo. um, if you want to join, I think I left the link in the chat. So feel free to join tonight because I'm going to be putting this together here in a minute. And I'm just talking about some movies for the week that I've watched. And so what else did I? Oh, Burying My Ex. It was a really good movie because this guy is dating this girl who's very green. You know, she like wants to recycle and do this and do that, and like he even like, oh, no problem. Take your time. Um, he like he's starting to kind of like fall out of being in a relationship with her, just due to like she has really taken over his life. And like she redesigned his apartment and everything, and because he's very like he has a certain way he does things, obviously, and he's not so PC or green or whatever, and so he works in this like occult shop, like horror costume store or whatever, and a package comes in the mail, and he does something, and then when he finds out that he's going to like really like, you know what, I'm going to break up with my ex, and in doing so he inadvertently causes her to kind of get hit by a bus, and so she dies. And at the same time he's starting to kind of like another girl, which kind of also kind of makes the breaking up process kind of go a little bit faster than he thought, and or was not aware that he was going to do, I should say, because she opens up a Alexandra Daddario's character. She opens up an ice cream shop, and she has like this one flavor of ice cream that is like discontinued in a way, and so he kind of like starts to like her more than his current girlfriend. So, like I said, he inadvertently gets his girlfriend killed, and she comes back from the dead, and he's kind of dealing with that in various ways because she's slow, like really decomposing, and a really like fast rate, and he just doesn't quite know how to deal with this and like how to break up with her again and everything, and at the same time trying to start this new relationship with another character and everything. But like the special effects are really good. It's really funny. It has it's a really good like some good homages to some zombie movies. Like I think they go watch Night of the Living Dead in a cemetery, which I think that would be awesome to do one of these days. It's kind of like watching Night of the Living Dead in a cemetery, watching Jaws while in the water or in a lake or something like that. What else? Or even Dawn of the Dead at a mall. That'd be pretty cool. Just like the environment is part of the experience. I think it'd be pretty cool like that. So I watched Bear and the X, and he's just constantly trying to like break up with his zombie ex, and at the same time kind of go out with a new woman and everything. And it's a really good movie. I like Anton Yelchin in it. He's really, really good in it. I'm not quite sure where this role fits in before his death, but I think it's one of his last few. I don't think I've seen that one, Pap. I don't. I don't think I've seen that one. So let me start the building process of this real quick before I start on talking about the next movie. But yeah, um, I just didn't really mean to start a theme of zombie romance movies. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did. Oh, okay. So here's the Dilophosaurus, or whatever you want to call it. I think that's what it's actually called. Yeah, the spitting one from the original Jurassic Park. That's pretty cool. So I will kind of talk more about Jurassic Park here in a little bit, because this particular movie really does hold a what's it called, a special place in my movie history, and it kind of explains a lot about me. So we got our stickers, and let's see how. Not a big book. It's pretty cool. Here's the book. Okay. It's only 80 some pages, so it's a pretty easy. Should be an easy build. So okay. Let's start with bag 1. Okay, we'll put bag 2 over there. All right. It cost me like $20. Oh no, you're good. It cost me about $20. Because it came off of I work at a grocery store, so but it was out already. I'm like, you know what? If it's available, when I had to go and get some groceries and everything, and I'm like, if it's available when I go back, I'm going to pick it up, and it was still there. So I'm like, all right, it's only $20. It seems a pretty like reasonable set. So, okay, let's put the stickers off to the side. Oh no, you're good. You can interrupt all you want. It like tonight's stream is very like last couple roundups have been like very like structured and everything, but tonight I'm just kind of enjoying my day off and just wanting to just hang out and talk. So it's no big deal. Um, so but yeah, Burying the X. I thought it was a really good movie. I think like I said, I'm not quite sure where that falls in his last films and everything. Oh, here we go. Guys, got the jaw on. I didn't realize it didn't have a jaw on it when I put it up. And I don't. And another reason why I got this set is because I like to collect movie vehicle Legos. I got the Millennium Falcon, the AT, the Ecto One, the couple different Batmobiles, the Slave One. Uh, so what else do I got? I got another one floating around here somewhere. Yeah, so I like the Lego. Oh, okay. Echo. Oh, crap. Let me try this again. There we go. Oh, something happened. Sorry. Oh, you're good. Just join whenever. I think I already have you listed. You can join. Yeah. I'm trying to think what. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's about it on the price of the thing. It was only like $20, and I like to collect the Jeep. I really love the look of this Jeep. Sorry, and uh, yeah, it cost him. That's a good one, Sean. My original plan for tonight was to build the Sanderson sisters' house from Legos, but money just was not enough. What kind of got away from me, so due to my son's first birthday coming up, so I'm like, you know what? I'll plan something bigger for later in December when I'm on vacation. So, but yeah, Burying excellent fun movie if you just want to have some fun, and it's a quick watch too. So Echo's back. Okay.
See what happens when you clean your desk?
I know, right?
Everything starts to malfunction. I just wait, I'm gonna clean my desk. It's a mess. And now
I,
everything's
I
malfunctioning.
I probably should have just left it a mess, but I'm going to build some Legos. I'm like, let me just clean up, and all of a sudden, it just yeah.
Everything malfunctions. Like, well, I have like water bottles all over the place and I
Oh, I
gotta
did.
clean it.
Oh, I did too. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh no. I had like three of them on the floor. Had like a Powerade bottle as well. I'm like, where did these come from? Like,
You get you drink something, get fluids in you, and then you just kind of put them aside, forget about them, and then rinse and repeat.
right. And I'm like, I don't come down here every day, so it's like oh, I'll take care of it tomorrow, and then I didn't come down here the next day, and then it's just oh, I should bring me a drink when I come down here.
See, that's where you can tell somebody if they're a streamer or a gamer. There's a whole bunch of empty bottles and cans.
So I made this short. Oh, I made a short film, and there's this one shot in the movie where I kind of I take a dive onto my bed to answer this phone that I have like buried in water bottles, but it's like epically buried in water bottles because that's all I was doing was just drinking water at that time. So I would just drink it, throw it off in the corner, drink it, throw it off into the corner, and then I'm like, oh man. But then when I started doing my short films and everything, I'm like, how can I incorporate this? And so I was like, you know what? I'll just bury the phone in the water bottles, and it would make for a funny shot. Just me, just kind of just quickly wiping all the stuff out of the way. I'm like, oh, that's how I'm going to do it. Oh,
It kept
it's okay.
buffering on me.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I'm going to put the. I'm trying to put this face on him, like where he's getting spit on by the monster, or by the dinosaur. And it does come. What I really liked about this is it does come with a what's it called? Little Barbasol can, shaving can. I think that's in the next. I'm trying to find this guy's legs. I'll put you off to the side. So yeah, what I was like I mentioned, I was like kind of inadvertently like watching like romance zombie movies, and I'm like, and just for the fun of it. So the next one I watched after Burying the Ex was Warm Bodies. I watched it because I read the book last year, and I wanted to kind of refresh what the movie felt like compared to the book. And I do have to say I kind of like the book a lot better. Shocking on that one, but it's just like I really thought the book was pretty good. It was obviously allowed for a little bit more details and everything, but um, oh, okay. But yeah, I liked everyone in this. I like sorry, what's his name? Nicholas Holt, I think that's his name, from Ready Player One, not Ready Player One, Mad Max Fury Road, and the new Renfield. I think I thought he was really good in this. Who's the girl? Tessa Palmer, um, Dave Franco. I forgot that some of these people are, and John Malkovich. Like, this actually has a pretty decent cast. Most of the zombie movie, minus the My Boyfriend's Back, the cast for these romance zombie movies have been actually pretty good. um, just because the next one I'm going to be talking about is a more of an independent movie, so it's like that one doesn't quite have a cast like the other one does. But let's see what else. I think you're everything okay, Echo. But I'm still here. So
To me,
what'd you say?
StreamYard's not being nice to me. Keeps buffering.
Oh,
I should have left my desk a mess.
have you seen Warm Bodies, Echo?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
seen it. Actually, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty good too. I was talking about, like I read the book because I wanted to see what what if there was any big differences and all. Like, it's not too bad. The differences weren't that big from what I can remember, or the differences weren't that big of a noticeable, weren't that noticeable, honestly. But yeah, I liked it. It was a PG-13 zombie movie, which I thought it was like bloodier than I thought it was going to be. And I liked them. I did like the makeup in it all, and I did like how like I did like the world that it was set in. It did have some like really good moments and stuff. Let's see.
I mean, it's a humorous one,
Right.
and that's helped me the whole. I like how they did they had the zombies that feed on the other zombies, and
Yeah.
them going around the airport, just sitting at the bar or whatever, just having like a conversation, like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's oh, just a flat piece. But yeah, like I think they go into a little bit more detail on those zombies in the book. I think, which I cannot remember, but that's why I think that was one of the reasons why I thought the book was just a little bit better. Um,
Well, I mean, it's a cool concept, and it's when I watched In the Flesh, kind of had a concept about zombies being turned back into humans, and kind of like
okay,
you saw, like if the hearts beat, and here they had like a drug, and they got to stay on it. They did like 2 seasons in England, like they got to stay on it. If they don't stay on it, they become feral.
okay,
But you get the whole thing of like they're trying to fit in back into society and how people react to them.
okay. I don't think I've ever
So
seen
yeah, some are uncomfortable and some are just like, we don't care about the medicine. They gotta die.
kind of like. Did you ever play Dead Rising 2?
Yeah, the Zombirex.
Yeah, I did enjoy that one quite a bit. Like I think a lot of like I know a few people who think the second one's the better movie.
Well,
Better.
with the games is I played all of them but Chop Till You Drop.
That's the one on the Wii, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just wanted to because I heard they took some stuff out and should change some stuff, and I wish I still had my Wii so I could try it. But I played Dead Island. I mean, Dead Rising. There's like both very well. There's no 3 versions of Dead Rising. Well, actually, there's 2 versions of Dead Rising 2, plus a prequel and a sequel. That's the one that has the most variations of all of the games. Because you have the one where it's a short game where you follow Chuck Green.
Right. What did then off the record as well. It's kind of because it takes place in the two's universe.
And there's the one where it's Frank and Chuck.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We go, and that one might be canon because if you play Dead Rising 3, you run into what's her name, Isabella, whatever, the scientist from the first game,
Oh, okay.
and
See,
she says something about knowing Chuck and something about Frank and
okay.
having a run-in with them. So it's like, oh, so that all ending game could be canon.
See, I never got to play 3 because it was a Xbox exclusive.
It's not that bad of a game. It's better than 4.
Better than 4. See, I'm current. I've beaten 4. I've beaten them all except for 3. For reasons I've already mentioned. But it was um I think my favorite is 2, just because I liked like some of the set pieces in that game.
I think 3 is also on PC. I'm not sure.
They don't have a PC, so I'm lost on 2 systems on that one. Um, but I did enjoy. I will be somewhat a defender of 4. There are some aspects of 4 that I liked. Um, I did like how we kind of had safe houses a little bit. I did like that, and the being able to enter and exit buildings, or in a town setting. I did like that, but I think the execution was just a little bit off. It kind of just felt not Dead Rising ish. Excuse me, if that makes sense. If you played the game, you kind of know the feel of it. Okay.
But Saints Row is kind of the same. That first game
So
is only
okay,
on Xbox.
right. I see. That's when I see. I had an Xbox and an Xbox 360, but I never had the system. For some reason, I never got to. But then I sold those, and I just was like, that's just too many consoles in my house because I was a PlayStation PlayStation house, and it just kind of got to the point where like I can't having two systems like that, and then of course that's when 3 came out, and I'm like, of course, because I had a GameCube, an Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2. I'm just like, I'm getting overwhelmed.
Well, I like the Xbox. I do. I have fun on it. My biggest complaint is you can't stream on YouTube.
Yeah,
You have to have a capture card, and I don't want to have to spend all that money to get the extra hardware just to do that.
no, I totally understand that.
But because they'll game exclusives on there that I would like to play on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I would like to play what's that game? Sunset Overdrive. That's only Xbox.
I think I've heard of that one. But again, you have Dead Rising 4. That'd be fun to stream that. It would be fun to stream all the games. Do the complete storyline.
I have streamed the fourth one a little bit, but I'm just like, I just didn't quite get into it that day, so I'm like, you know what, I'll just stop it. But it's a fun, like I'm like level 50 right now, so my dude is like really like overpowered at the moment. I just go up there and just straight up just like there's like the bosses just don't offer any challenge whatsoever. That's how.
What I like is when you see this what Dead Island does this.
Okay.
The enemy goes by your level, which I like.
I've only played the first one.
They're supposed to be doing a new DLC since I got the seasons pass. I got it for Xbox. I should have got it for PS, PlayStation. I should have got it because more people on there. It's like, hey, you want to play? I'm on PlayStation. Oh shit, I don't got that game for PlayStation. The only one I got for PlayStation and Xbox is Back for Blood.
That's like the in between one, right?
Well, Back for Blood was the one that's like a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead.
Oh, sorry, okay, sorry.
But they're not going to be doing any more with it because they said they're not going to do any more DLCs or updates because they're a small studio and they need to move on to the next project.
No, I get that.
Which is understandable, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like Konami or Rockstar or what's another one? Capcom saying we're not going to do any more, because they're big studios, they can do it.
Right. Have you heard? Did you? Speaking of like Konami, did you see anything? Have you looked into the new Snake Metal Gear Solid collection? Where it's called Volume 1 or whatever. Oh, sorry. Yes, I did play Dante's Inferno on the PS3. I loved that game. That was a lot of fun. I liked the setting of going through the various stages of hell and everything. And like some of them are like, I really love the design of it all. I like that. I know it's considered a God of War clone or whatever, but I fully enjoyed Dante's Inferno. Oh, sorry. Um, to continue the theme of a this is the last of the theme movies in terms of like romance zombie movies. I really like this movie quite a bit. I can't remember if I went to the movies and seen this or not, or I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I just happened to see it, or I seen a preview for it. I'm like, oh, I have to have it, which is Dance of the Dead. I really enjoyed this. I don't remember a lot of this when I watched it for the first time in like forever. I'm like, man, it feels like a first time watch. And I just
It's been ages since.
What'd you say? Oh, I think you're buffering again. Um, yeah, it's just a zombie movie that takes place during a night of prom and everything, and they have to like figure out how to stop it and everything, and it's really fun. It's a how long is this? It's less than 90 minutes. There's a my favorite gag in this entire movie is that there's a rock band um, going on in there, and the music is what stops the zombies. So they are just like and they if they stop, the zombies progress forward and everything, and they have to play all night in front of the zombies to keep them from attacking them. It's so good. I like that. It's a really good gag in the movie, or it and I can't remember how it pays off. I just watched it. So because I've been stuck on the Puppet Master movies, which I'm about to talk about here in a second. So like all the
There's another one like Dance of the Dead, kind of
oh,
auto. What's it called? Auto transfusion or something like that.
okay,
Oh, I gotta look up the name and show you. It's kind of somewhat like Dance of the Dead, but not quite. It's just got one of those names that's kind of like, what the hell kind of name is that? It sounds like an auto. Sounds like an auto movie about cars, but it's not.
eh, gotcha. It's like it's a terrible title for a good movie. Like I that I that's always like that just sucks. Like and that was so to me. I think the Resident Evil movies like they should have been called Biohazards. I mean, I think, but I understand why they called it Resident Evil because, uh, but I think if they were trying to do something just other than Resident Evil, I think they could have just called it Biohazard. I think that would have been.
Yeah, it's Automation Transfusion. Is the name of the movie.
That's what's is it like is it does it take something like that like prom or a
It's
dance?
some kids are going to go see a from high school are going to go see a rock band
Oh, okay,
perform.
okay.
And as they get there, like there's no one there, things are boarded up, and then it's the next thing you know, like, guess what happened when you were on your road trip to the show? Zombies, and now they have to fight to stay alive. But that name was Automation Transfusion. It's just like, what kind of name is that for a zombie movie? It doesn't sound like a zombie movie title.
Right. It really does sound like a car is going to come to life or something.
Let's see if it's streamy because it's I mean, it's got the cover. It's got a guy that had his upper body ripped off.
Oh, okay.
So that's what tells you it is. But let's see if it's streaming. That was 2006. What year was Dance of the Dead?
2008.
Well, there was a period of time. Would you say that we had a lot of movies like that?
I think so. I would like. There's a lot of movies that were very similar to one another. When did The Walking Dead start?
Uh fucking long. Whoa, so long ago I forgot.
Yeah, I think I know that I know it was in I think I was still in high school, so it must have been around. It might have been around 2008. So like I know the zombie genre kind of had a resurgence there.
2010.
Oh, okay. So I was out of high school. Uh, so I'm trying to think. What else? So here, all right, here comes the meat of today's stream is um Retro Puppet Master and Puppet Master the Legacy. Like
Ooh.
so, your that reaction right there says it all.
I like. Hey, when I first saw that movie, that image of Puppet Master Legacy. It's like, is that the first movie or what the hell is that? Because did they change the name of the first movie?
No, so here's the cover for the first movie.
Yeah.
And then here's the cover for Legacy. So okay. Have you seen all of them, Echo?
No, there's a few here and there. I think I saw up to when they're in Germany when they had Blade, and then there was a gap. I saw the one with Corey Feldman.
Oh, I didn't know that
Uh,
Feldman.
yeah, Corey Feldman's in one of them.
Okay.
The first is the first is Demonic Toys,
See,
and
that's
then
I didn't watch that one because that one because it didn't come in my set.
so
So
which one had Corey Feldman in it? Corey Feldman's in.
oh, I think Pat, you may have to answer that one for me. Which one Corey Feldman's in?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh,
It's versus Demonic Toys has Corey Feldman has
oh,
the great grandnephew of Andre Toulon.
oh, oh my god. So okay, that's all right. So let's just start breaking down these movies. Retro Puppet Master really isn't that bad of a movie. Like I don't know if you've seen my shorts or whatever. Um, I did a little like 1 minute review of it all, and it was just like it wasn't that bad. It shows how Andrew Toulon becomes Andrew Toulon. You know, shows how he gets the secrets to bring puppets back to life and everything, and who and his friends are the original puppets and everything, and um, so it wasn't that bad. Like my only problem was, I think is the look of the villains of the. I think that's what my big thing of was with the makeup effects for the villains. It I I think I could have done better. Really, like I it looks like they painted their face yellow, like kind of like a mustardy yellow, just maybe a little darker, and then they kind of airbrushed some like pink veins on them and everything, and they were supposed to be ancient mummies and stuff like that, and it just was just terrible looking villains. Like the story wasn't too bad, uh, but um, but it was just like the villains really kind of took it out of took the experience of it out for me. But it was not too bad. I really like seeing the like kind of like early versions of puppets that we know to see in like early versions of Blade and the Tunneler and Pinhead and Doctor Death. Yeah, I think it did because I'm like, so we'll get into that in a second. That's and Six Shooter, and I know we don't. I don't think we ever see Cyclops again. That's what I liked about the ending of this one. Is like I'll tell you the story of what happened to Cyclops in another story. And I'm like, okay, so hopefully they do go back and reveal what happened to him. But I know like or I don't know. I think Doctor Death. I think that he gets his own standalone movie.
Yeah, I think him and Blade both got standalone movies.
Yeah, like Blade, the Iron Cross. That one comes in this one. Um,
I think
so
even some of the characters from Demonic Toys, Baby Oopsie and I think I saw something about the Jack in the Box have their own movies.
oh really? I'm that. So what I heard, maybe you can tell me since you've seen it. Have you seen Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Yeah, once a long time ago.
One, okay. I just heard that it just wasn't very good.
Well, the thing is, it also puts okay, they have these shared universes, so we know that
Right.
Evil Bong, Ginger Dead, and Killjoy are in the same universe.
Right.
Well, because of Demonic Toys, we know that Demonic Toys, Doll Man, and Puppet Master are in the same movie because Demonic Toys is the common denominator.
Okay.
Because they fought the puppets and they fought Doll Man. So where is our goddamn Puppet Masters versus Doll Man movie? Oh, and there's another movie, fucking the one where the aliens attack a radio station and start shrinking everybody. That's in the same universe. I just
Oh,
can't remember the name.
I don't think I heard about that one.
Because it's supposed to be that Doll Man learns about her and it's like, hey, finally I can get some action. And then the puppets, not the puppets, but the demonic toys show up. So, but it's like these shared universes. And supposedly there is a link in one of the Puppet Master movies to Killjoy.
Oh, really?
Because in one of the later ones, when he gets Freak Show, has his Siamese twin.
Uh-huh.
Well, he loses his twin and he makes a robotic twin. And I think they said that in one of the Puppet Master movies, if you look in the background of some scientist, there he is. There's the robotic twin, Siamese twin, is just sitting there in the background.
Oh, that's actually
Uh,
pretty.
I forget which one it is though, which Puppet Master movie it is.
That's. I'll have to keep an eye out on that, or I may have already watched it. But yeah, like say what you will about the full moon movies. But I do like the fact that they do like just show up in their movie. Just let them show up every now and again, like for no reason. Like Ooga Booga is in Evil Bong just for no reason, just like no reason. Like he just in there to be in there, or
Yeah, like the in Killjoy Psycho Circus, you had a fake Batty Boop who becomes somewhat of a major character in Evil Bong 777.
right. And I think I'm telling you right now, like I've watched all. I finally watched them all. I finally watched Infinity 8 or whatever you want to call it. That to say that they definitely didn't end on a high note.
The thing about Puppet Master, what's hard to do them a crossover with the other properties is some of them are so out there. Like look at Killjoy,
Right,
all pup, or Ginger Dead Man, or Eva Bong. Demonic Toys might be the only one. Unless
right.
they put it back to the more serious Killjoy, they could do something.
Yeah, like I think I'm gonna like go back and watch. I think the Killjoy movies are like a blind spot for me. I think I've only watched two.
Well, there's five plus they have the Bonkers of Blood or whatever, which are just kind of a series of compilations of the different movies that Full Moon did.
Okay, so that's a nice segue into Puppet Master Legacy. Um, so I knew going into this was kind of people refer to this one as a clip show, and I'm just like, okay, how bad of a clip show is it? But 90, like I said in the thing, like my short, like 95 or 98% of this movie is legit, just footage used over and over again from the previous movies. And but the thing is, like if you've never seen a Puppet Master movie, this is actually a pretty good way to introduce somebody. I'm like, that's probably the only redeeming factor about Legacy is that like you don't need like because the continuity for these movies are so I like the movie I'm the Puppet Master movie I got going on right now is like Axis of Evil or whatever. It technically takes place after one, and then you have like all the prequel ones, so it makes one actually like what 4 or 5, and then this one is technically like number 5. I don't know. It's just like so. It's like I have to like really break. I have to like. I'm gonna have to
Sounds
like.
like they're all over the place.
They are. They like you like they really are. Like I'm trying to keep these storylines pretty. I'm trying to keep the continuity in my head very well done, or structured and organized. But I'm like, it's hard because they are truly making it hard to keep an eye on because they. You've seen the. You said you've seen the second one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, where Toulon ends up being the bad guy in the second movie, and so I'm like, how are they going to like the whole? I'm like, how are they going to justify this and everything and everything? And it's like he just kind of a psychopath. They just it's a one liner in Legacy. Like he's a psychopath, and then that's it. Like they didn't really. This was just a cash grab kind of movie, and I'm just like as much as I can hate some of the later Evil Bong movies, for only being like less than like maybe only an hour long in some cases, at least it's all kind of new footage. Where the one in Evil and then Legacy, they have this like these little wraparound segments with like from the kid there's a kid that survived the war from the third one, Too Long's Revenge. I think that's the third one. Uh, yeah, or something like that. Where he's kind of keeping the secrets alive or secrets of Andrew Toulon and everything. I'm like, okay, that's so that's where Pat is really making it known. Where the movie that I'm watching right now is about the guy who finds the puppets after Andre Toulon kills himself and keeping it safe from the Nazis. But I'm like, but where does the kid, like the older version of the kid from 3 show up? And I'm just like, what is going on? Like the continuity for these movies is truly all over the place. It really is. It is real. It's really tough to kind of keep like down. So that's why I'm just like the only redeeming about Legacy is like if you've never seen a Puppet Master in your life, it's like you might as well just start with this one with Legacy and then move on from there. Like do not watch any of the other previous movies, but I'm like you should because at least the first 4 those are like spectacular. But did you how was there any updates on the game that you played for Puppet Master? Oh crap! Here's the build so far of the car.
It looks like IMDb tried to do a timeline.
Oh, okay.
It goes according to them,
Okay.
retro Puppet Master,
Okay.
Puppet Master 3, Access of Evil,
That's the one.
Access Rising,
Okay.
Access Termination,
Okay.
Iron Cross, the original, Curse, then the second one, then 4, 5, and they threw Dollman and Tournament there for some reason. Anyways, then Legacy,
Okay.
and then Dollman. Okay, sorry, because they threw all these other movies in there. So Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Okay.
They threw all these other movies in there because of crossovers like Dollman, Totem,
Yeah.
Demonic Toys, Bad Channels. That's the name of the one with the people get shrunk.
Bad channels. Okay.
So somebody in IMDb sat down and mapped it out.
I'm telling you right now that person's a hero.
And let me bookmark that, so if I decide to watch the movies, I can watch them in order.
See, now I kind of wish I'd known that before I started all of this, so I could have, I could have at least like watched them in order. But I didn't realize That's one thing I didn't realize, is that how complicated the continuity for these movies were. I really didn't realize that. I thought after a certain point they just kind of went back and then just telling stories again, start from the beginning or whatever. I know they did a remake of Puppet Master, but it was just like, um, but I'm just like, okay, now I kind of feel like I'm should have been watching these in a different order. That's terrible.
Yeah, just leave it to IMDb. I don't know why they threw like I said, because I guess they said there's a shared universe again. Dollman, Totem. Never heard of Totem.
Totem, yeah,
Oh, Hideous.
uh, I think I've seen Hideous. I think. Did you ever watch Creeps?
Creeps.
Yeah,
The midget monsters.
yeah. I like for some reason that was always like, I can't like that movie. I'm telling you, it's just um my aunt has that on VHS. So I may have to like see if I can just have that. Like, may have to be like, can I have that? Like, I know VHS movies don't do anything for you anymore, but I would like to have these kind of movies in my background for my videos, because I need to go to my mom. Speaking of those I need to go to my mom's and break into their old VHS collection, because um that's all they have is when a video rental place went out of business, that they just had old VHSs, and like they had like the original cuts of like, I know you can buy it today, but like original cuts of like Friday the 13th and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh man, like I kind of wish I can go and find that. Maybe even have Toxic Avenger on there in there. Oh, speaking of Toxic Avenger, have you seen the trailer for the new one? Number 3.
I would love that doll case, a real life replica, size and all of that doll case.
Of which one? For what? For what movie? Sorry. This is actually coming up pretty easy. Oh, I just jinxed myself.
You ready for Tuesday?
What's on Tuesday? Oh, Halloween.
Yeah.
I work. Normally, like if I had I normally would have Tuesdays off, but like for some reason I am back on Tuesday nights and I do not like it at all. But I was like, I was really hoping I had it off this year, but nope. I am pretty excited though. I am excited because when I go to work, I can actually see people come in with costumes and everything, which makes it pretty interesting. Okay. I think the final movie that I watched this week is the movie that this vehicle belongs to is Jurassic Park. Uh, did you like Jurassic Park, Echo?
Awesome movie. So bad.
Oh,
So I'm having some net issues here.
no, you're good. It's no
So yeah,
problem.
I mean, it's Jurassic Park is a movie I didn't want to see at first, and I bashed and bashed. I thought this is stupid, and then I got talked into going to seeing it because I was visiting my uncle, and we went all saw it, and I walked out.
So yeah, I think at the top of the stream I mentioned that um, Jurassic Park was very important to me due to the fact that like I this is the movie that started my love for movie making, and like the reason why I can watch movies well above my age group. Like I was watching movies, obviously, like movies that I shouldn't have been watching. I lived in that kind of household where um like I was literally watching Predator when I shouldn't have been watching Predator. Like I think uh, I'm not quite sure what the difference in our age, but like I was part of the early MTV generation with the Beavis and Butthead and like celebrity, like when I mentioned Celebrity Deathmatch and uh
I grew up in the '80s and the '90s, so
and so
that's
I
that's that's my period.
okay. So I was watching those shows, and then what else was I watching? Um, I'm a I'm a huge advocate for Eon Flux.
Oh, I remember. I got to that when it was still part of Liquid Television.
Yes. So I have. Oh man. Maybe I'll show it off in a future video. But I have the collection of. I have that really. I have the first box set that it came out with. So it looks all nice, and because they re-released it, and when they just kind of like just do it without the box, and it's just like a DVD case and disc in there. I have like the really nice looking box set and everything and they have all the Liquid Television episodes with Eon Flux in it, where she dies in every episode. Hey Russell, how you doing tonight?
Do you remember the Head?
Uh, you're gonna have to remind me of that one.
That was when MTV, because they had it almost like they had the success of Liquid Television, Eon Flux Head, which was about this guy that had like a 3 foot tall alien that lived in his head, giving this guy like a 4 foot tall head
Oh,
that
okay.
would burst open and the alien would come out and basically kick ass.
Yeah, and then see that they also had the Max on there as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, okay. I Yep, I remember it now. Oh, I got an extra tire. Um so yeah, that I was watching stuff like that well above my age group. I mean, obviously I'm not the only one. But it was just like that was just my house, and just because like I watched Starship Troopers, and like
Good
obviously,
movie.
yeah. And so like we know how bloody and like how bloody that movie is,
Oh.
and so and so here's the funny part about that. I I was watching it like when most people like when they do the whole thing like, oh, they walk, like, I got walked in on like nudity or whatever, and stuff like that. No, I didn't. I got when my dad walked in on me watching that movie. It was the scene where they fed the cow to the bug. Just like, what are you? It's like, you should be watching this. I'm like, probably not, but I'm watching it anyways.
I always remember that scene where the guy gets stuck in the head with the alien. You get to see everything get sucked out.
Oh, so that I to this day, that scene is probably one of the harder scenes to watch, just because, like, I just don't just for some reason, like the Achilles tendon and the top of the head is just like, to me, is like the more sensitive parts of a body that if they just like when people get hit on the head with hammers and stuff like that, like that's like rough to me. It's like, oh my god, it's just.
I saw that movie in the theater.
Oh, did you really? That see, um, I wish they would release movies again in theaters more often. I
See, you can always tell when we back then, late '90s, early 2000s. You can always tell when it was a movie that I chose.
Oh, really?
Because all of a sudden it was his Ghost Ship, Star Trip Troopers. I forget what else I chose, and everyone else was like, "Let's go see, fucking Scream or fucking what's his name, Austin Powers or something. Let's go watch Ghost Ship, man. Let's go watch Starship Troopers, Soldier. We just saw Soldier.
Oh, that's cool. um, Speaking of like me picking movies and everything, like my mom would take me to the movies, especially for the movies that I definitely was well above what I should have been watching. Like I know that's the kind of the theme going on here. Like my mom took me to go see the first Scary Movie. I watched that movie with my mom. Oh man, like if you know the jokes in that first Scary Movie, that was definitely not age appropriate. But I'm like, I don't care.
The scene when they finally have it, and
Yeah,
good lord, that
like,
was like a freaking
like
fire hose.
it was just like, obviously I don't know. There was like, since I obviously watched movies above my pay grade, but there were some jokes that definitely kind of didn't quite hit, because just like I just didn't quite get it or whatever at the time. But then like obviously when I went back to school and started talking to everybody, and like who else went and seen it and everything, they filled in the gaps and just like, oh, like, yep. And then I realized, like, oh man, my mom took me to go see that.
Oh, that movie was that's just an awesome movie.
It really is. I like that's when like that was like one of the last great spoof movies.
Well,
Like,
because you look at it too, right afterwards, all of a sudden we started getting a whole bunch of them. Not
mm,
just the sequels to it, but we got not another teen movie. What was it? Superhero movie. Fucking what are all these ones like that?
so like, okay, I think I'll say great is in terms of like, because I did like the second one. The third one was actually not too bad. I never watched the fourth or fifth one. Um, but then like superhero movie wasn't too bad with the Dragonfly. Not another teen movie. I liked that one because it was just fun. It was just a raunchy movie. But then they started doing like disaster movie, epic
Yeah,
uh, date movie, and then stuff like that. And I'm just like, you guys are are kind of like ruining the spoof movie concept of it all.
It actually killed it for me, and
Yeah,
I
I
gave up on them after a while. It's like I can't do this. I can't do it no more.
no same. Like we went, me, my dad, my sister went and seen Disaster movie in theaters. I don't know who. I don't. I can't. I can't. Whatever it's called. Recall whose choice that was. I don't think it was. I think it was. I think it was a joint thing about me and my sister. But I don't think my dad really wanted to see it. But but I don't think he liked it at all. I mean, and I'm just like, I don't. And I'm like, at the time, like, all right, there were some jokes that I liked and some jokes I didn't, um, but for the most part, I'm like, we probably should have chose, like, you chose poorly, you know. Where is the other piece?
Now there's nothing really good playing in the theaters though these days.
Hey, don't you dare talk about the Taylor Swift movie like that.
Oh, all day. Oh my God! Did you hear what happened with Garrison Wells, whatever?
No.
Apparently, he said something about her. I'm not sure what, and they all the Swifties or whatever got pissed at him,
Oh, really?
and he made like a half-ass in character apology video. Is like, sorry if you guys are losers. I'm really sorry. And
No.
like he's got house shows and the him and what's his name fucking the guy that used to be the U.S. champion, and they're making jokes about it.
Oh, like Austin Theory.
Yeah,
Okay.
all because he made some kind of half. I don't know if it was in character comment or what, just kind of an observation, and apparently it pissed all of the Swifties off, and he's just like, oh shit, I can have fun with this.
Man, have you seen the videos of people like what the theaters look like after they get done?
Oh no, I've been hearing people talk about theater etiquette, that they're
Uh,
violating theater etiquette. Like the fuck? Because
yeah.
all jumping up and dancing and screaming and all that shit, and it's been pissing people off, and some people have been ejected.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and they were talking about theater etiquette, and then my understanding is they kind of the studio and her were kind of promoting people to go and have fun, act like it was a concert,
Mm.
and it's been pissing people off.
So, like, what what do you like, what do you expect for that movie? Honestly, like, it's going to like you're going to get a bunch of teen girls in a movie theater, especially especially it's Taylor Swift, and it's going to like you're not going to have the normal theater experience. You know, it's going to be like very Rocky Horror Picture Show-ish. You know,
I mean, I know nothing about her fans, just that they're very dedicated to
yeah.
her, and I get it. As things that I've been dedicated to that I would go crazy for. I'm sure that's the same with you.
What say?
But I think that things that I've been dedicated to that I would go links for, and I'm sure you're the same. It's fandom, but some people they really, really go.
Yeah, like no, totally because what was it? There are just movies that I are really big fans of. Like I obviously, I'm a big Kevin Smith fan, so I'm going to like his jokes are going to land with me more than the average person, or um so when I went to go see Cop Out, um I literally was the only one laughing at some of these jokes. Because because I knew the movie I was going into, I knew the director, I knew like the humor and everything, and it was just like, uh, and I was just laughing and everything. And there was another movie where I can't remember the movie at all, but there was a joke that no one else got. And it made me so sad because it was a very funny joke, and I'm the only one that laughed. And you heard me in the theater laughing because like this is I'm like I even said out loud like looked at my buddy and he's like this is funny and they're like, I don't get it. I'm sorry. But yeah, but the fandom, yeah, it's like we're gonna like I have no problem laughing out loud at movies that I will get into or and stuff like that. But there has to be some um theater etiquette because um do you know who Newt Wallen is? Echo.
No.
Okay, so he manages movie theaters. He has his own YouTube channel and everything. Um, and and he showed what his movie theater looked like after the that Taylor Swift movie. Oh my god, like it literally got destroyed. Like how like popcorn everywhere. It was just like wow, guys. Like you utterly did not care about the people who have to clean up after you whatsoever.
Apparently, again, my understanding, because I was reading them when they're talking about the etiquette, they kind of were promoting people to have fun and treat it like a concert.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that just means that, that's how it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Take it up with her in the studio.
Right. And like I really do feel sorry for the people like because I know like I even in just like my job like where like I work at a grocery store and like if a customer like there are customers that utterly treat that place like it's nothing like just like they will literally just open things and leave them on the shelf and like the particular aisle that I work in is close to the meat department and so they will leave open like I somebody had left open a package of meat and hid it somewhere in my aisle and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it for days. And sure enough, when I found it, it was like near. It was gagging. It was like I was gag inducing. Like
Oh, just
I
thinking about it.
what'd you say?
Just thinking about it makes me want to gag.
Oh, so okay. I don't mean to make you gag me here, but so I worked at Walmart at one time, and I don't know if you know the ins and outs of some things, but there is a certain they I don't know if it's how it is still, but they have a truck dedicated to rotten meat, okay, or spoiled meat, and they have barrels that they put that stuff in, and they send it away. Okay, no harm, no foul, no big deal. But on this particular night, the so those trucks are refrigerated. Okay, uh,
Oh no.
yeah. So you can I'm assuming that you probably knowing where this is headed. Uh,
Oh god. Oh
yeah.
god.
So I was at work one night, and the guy backed into the dock. He said his refrigerator unit went out. Oh, Echo, that was the worst night ever at work because that's all, like you could not get close to the dock. Like you couldn't open the door without dying because that's how bad it just that refrigerator since that refrigerator unit went out that's all it did was just like it was just hot spoiled meat um
Oh.
on a in a big metal container, you know. and like we were all gagging, and like we all we almost thought about, let's just go home. Like we can't do this. Like, but obviously we couldn't, and so we're just like, let's just um give the guy the key and let him deal with it. And I don't know how that guy was able to drive like that. Like I don't know if it made it or it was able to do that job that day. Like
Oh, that is so disgusting, man. Oh,
it,
just thinking about it, it's just like,
yeah,
oh God.
it it was that was a rough day. So that's what I always think about when I see rotten meat or at work or somebody just like, you know what, let's just open a $100 pot roast or chuck whatever. I don't know. That's just very expensive meat, and they just leave it on the shelf, and it's like, guys, like this is why everything is so expensive.
That's like Day of the Dead, I think it was.
Oh,
Somebody, oh, the meat got left out,
yep,
and they had to shoot that scene.
yeah. With poor what's his name, Joe Paterno? Or no, that's not it. Joe Pilato.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
oh,
poor guy. Poor guy.
that's just straight up like, oh God.
Yeah. I I really like those kind of stuff. Like I really feel for people on that kind of stuff, and it was just like, oh, oh, buddy, I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
But
Oh,
go
so
ahead.
okay, you've been getting the you got the Universal Turtle monsters and stuff.
Oh
The,
yes,
the you
Monster
know
X.
they're doing that with Transformers.
Oh, are they really?
There is a Dracula, but he's sold out. And
Okay.
in January, probably going to pre-order him in December. Frankenstein.
Who's Frankenstein?
It's just like I'll have to see if I can find him and send him a picture. It's just like he transforms into a tank.
Oh, so it's like no one specific. It's just Dracula that transforms into this, right?
Yeah, and I was trying to see which other ones, but the Dracula one looks like it's sold out.
Oh man.
He's a bat, and Frankenstein's a tank.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm a, I do. Oh, I am like I do have like a couple new lines of figures that maybe here after I finish this, I'll go grab them real quick. Uh, um, but I do have a bunch of new figures to show off. So as soon as I finish, I'm almost done with this. I'll go grab them real quick. But that's to me, that's pretty cool. I like that idea because I love the Universal monsters, especially the that makes me like even if I don't get them all, I would like to have the creature from the Black Lagoon. That'd be pretty. I bet that one's gonna be good.
Instagram's been acting up on me, so
Oh,
trying to
you're
send you
good.
this link for it. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's got the head and stuff, and the different colors of the body.
Oh,
Which they technically they already did Frankenstein on Transformers. They just never made a toy.
oh,
G1 in an episode, they when Daniel was hurt, not Daniel but Spike, they had made an Autobot body out of various parts, and they put his brain in it while his body was healing.
oh, that's cool. That's I'm very excited about this now. I I do like I said, I do like the Universal monsters and
Dracula comes the pictures I've seen. Dracula comes with a cape that when he turns into a bat, that helps makes the wings.
oh, that's cool. Oh, so it's gonna be like hopefully it's gonna be cloth or maybe not. these so for the turtle ones, they still haven't done Shredder yet. That's the only one that they haven't done yet. Obviously we're kind of hoping they would do like
There you go.
Bebop and Rock.
Yeah, I sent you an image of it. I mean the link
Okay.
to the to Amazon so you can see what it looks like.
Oh,
But
cool.
it's January 2nd, and I'm probably gonna pre-order it. Maybe it'll go down in price. So right now it's 35, so maybe it'll go down in price before then. It's probably I'm thinking, given looking at tank mode, he's probably an existing Transformer. They just changed the mode up a little bit, the chest
Okay.
and the head for a different, you know. That's probably all they did was change the chest and the head, and then use a pre-existing, because that's what they do sometimes.
Yeah. I've 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 gone down like rabbit holes on YouTube and like, especially when it comes to the wrestling figures and like they're very notorious for that as
Yeah.
well.
Hey, have you seen the Jurassic Park Transformers? I guess there's like 3 or 4 of them.
No, I have not.
I think there's a T-Rex, there's a Jeep, and I think a Velociraptor.
Oh, that's cool. Like, I meant to like, um, what is it? There's a old line of turtles that I would like to have Transformers. Like they're called like muted and
Uh, I think they was something different about them. I kind of remember them because they had so many different ones. It's like trying to remember what's what.
These were just like looks like a little baby box turtle, and then it's really quick, and they have like little rubber feet, and it's very like it weren't too intricate or whatever. Like it wasn't
Well, if you look at it, okay, Transformers have crossed over with Star Wars,
right.
uh, Back to the Future. What else? Star Wars, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters. Isn't there an Ecto? Or there's an Ecto one.
Uh,
And now Universal. There's some superhero ones, but they're not really an official part of the Transformers, because there was just an something that toy company did. It'd be cool if they did do something with turtles, you know. Like look at the different things, like the van. Who would the van would be like all
oh
the
no, you're not lying. They have done that. Splinter turns into the van.
damn.
Yeah, yeah. Look like it, if you can look it up for yourself right now, just type in like Splinter Transformer van, and it will it. I used to have it. I used to have that entire line, but it just with me moving half a billion times, it it. Oh, there's a frog. I didn't realize there's a frog. It I just lost it, but yeah, it's like it's really weird that 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 what's it called that the Splinter
Oh,
turned.
the road ready Splinter.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it and like when you it's like, oh, he's green and yellow, but when you transform him into the Splinter, he's pink and brown and gray.
Yeah, I think so. I'll have to look it up for myself too.
Yeah, I'm looking at like pictures of it. His face sticks through the window.
Yes,
Oh,
that's it. Okay, that's how I remember it because it's like his nose is like twice as long as it should be, and and just like yeah, that's it.
oh lordy. Again, that goes with like the thing is like all these different toy variations. And it's like, did you know they did this? I didn't know they did that. That's actually
Well,
that's something.
the one I told you, the one I just told you about.
Yeah, because look at the pictures, like, and then someone has them for like $27 plus shipping and handling on eBay.
Yeah, man.
And then he's got it close up. You see the front of it. It's like, what's that in the front? That's his fucking nose.
I know, right? just like, that's hilarious. Man, that's nostalgia right there for me. I may have, that's just, I did finally get sorry, a Foot Clan member for my um original turtle line of NECA figures. Man, excuse me.
I saw somebody somewhere was selling a I think it must have got one of those what do they call those printers? Fucking
The
you can
three,
print out 3D ones, and they did the Casey's mask
oh, that's cool.
from the Universal line, Monsters line.
Oh, the Phantom of the Opera line.
But I
One?
didn't think it looked too good.
Oh, darn.
I
That's
think part of it is that they didn't paint it, so it's just and
just,
maybe the picture wasn't that good. You'd have to if you got something like that, you got to clean it up and then try to paint it a bit to look like what it is on the figure.
okay.
But if it's just here it is, it's not been cleaned up too well. This is it. No, it'd be best if you can just clean it up better and do a little painting to kind of make it look identical.
Oh, sorry, Pep. I'm sorry. I'm kind of um ignoring the chat for a minute. I got really into my
Yeah, no more group showers for Max.
Yeah, sorry at the moment. Yes, view skew is like, I'm kind of honestly, I'm kind of glad he's kind of like calmed down a little bit. Like he ain't quite as like Kevin Smithing it up right now. He's just kind of
You think part of that could be because of the heart attack?
well, so speaking, like, I don't think it's so much the heart attack. I think he released a video. I don't know if you saw it or not, but he put a video out, and it was like he was talking about it was like he was talking about trauma and everything, and he was talking about how he like there was somebody actually kind of made him do things he didn't want to do when he was a kid and things like that, and everything, and he was just talking about how trauma is trauma no matter how you slice it and stuff like that, and he really did kind of like um it was oh crap, I didn't realize I missed a spot there. Okay. So I think it was I missed another thing.
Talk about his mental health, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of a big deal. So he kind of like he said he's not quite as like online present as he used to be, and he quit smoking weed and everything like that. So he's like he's really like changed things up quite a bit about himself lately. And I'm like, it was kind of like, oh man, like what's going on? And he just like, I think he just needed a little bit of a change, which I'm all good with. But there were for a while, like I will always be a fan, no matter what. But it really did seem like he kind of needed to kind of step away from the internet for a little bit, just because he was fans. He was starting to get a little what's it called, defensive on things, and like a lot of fans were really starting to call, like, not fans but trolls and stuff like that were really starting to like be out there, and it was like it was just bad, like and not in terms of him responding or anything like that. It was just um it was just like,
Was this about 6 months ago?
yeah, it was pretty, yeah, it was this year when it
Yeah,
happened.
because there's something about him that he did for People Magazine.
Yeah, that's it.
What I thought, okay, they did someone did a video like where is the cast of Xena?
Oh yeah,
And okay, there was a Kevin Smith on it who
right.
passed away. He played Ares. So who do they put up there? Where is Kevin Smith now? And they show him, and it's like, oh, for the love.
If you go on Voodoo and type, when you I'm going to like the cast section of Xena or whatever, it's like his picture shows up for that dude Kevin Smith. It's like it's not even like, and the thing is, it's not even that. They will, if they don't have a picture for that person, they'll just leave it kind of like vacant, like vacant has won the title again, that kind of thing. Um, but they literally have Kevin Smith's like goofy looking grin on there, and just like he's just like just like
It's like, come on, guys, can't you do a little bit of research? Like a same
right.
name, completely different people.
Yeah, Pap, you were correct on all of these. Like, yeah, it
Yeah.
was
I
he was.
put that on my watch later list because I guess
Oh,
there's also an interview that he did a month later. I'm gonna have
yeah,
to check those videos out later.
yeah, are very excellent watches, and everything. So, um, here is the build for the vehicle for tonight. Really, I like this a lot.
You should look up, like, if you haven't seen it yet, you should look up the Transformers Jurassic Park ones.
Oh, I
I,
will.
I I haven't seen them in person. I would love to, but I've only seen people have done videos of them and stuff.
So, here's the like. I don't really care for this part of the thing, but it's just like the little dock thing, where he knocks over and it spins. And like,
Oh yeah.
it's okay, no big deal. I do like the dinosaur added to it. Like, the only thing is, it's too big to fit in the vehicle. So, um, but I will just like I'll just kind of just stick it on the hood of the car or whatever. It just kind of if it will fit, yeah, maybe not. Um, yeah, I'll just stick it on the hood of the car. Just but yeah, give me 1 second, and I will go get my new figures to show off to you.
New teeth. And they show him, going and getting the moles up to get them, and they put him in, and him just breaking down when he got his new teeth.
Okay, alrighty. I do have quite a few new ones. So I've been collecting the gargoyle sets.
Fucking, God damn it! What is the name? Bronx. I'm trying to remember what his name was, and I saw it on the Bronx box. What's his name? Oh, wait a minute, it says Bronx. That tells you how long it's been since I've watched Gargoyles.
You're right.
Are they streaming anywhere? I should sit down and watch those.
Disney Plus.
Oh, great! Now I want to watch all the Puppet Master movies, and now I want to watch the whole Gargoyles cartoon.
I do believe they're on Disney Plus. So yeah, here's Bronx. So yeah, what started this was I seen them on sale at Walmart for $20. Normally they're like 35.
That's
So I'm like,
a good price.
all right, I gotta. I'll come home with a couple of them, and
My
then
thing is, okay, well, they're doing the Gargoyles. What about the other characters?
oh, they're doing all of them. I'm just
Ooh.
behind. They're I just gotta piece them out. But they do have the human characters as well. Yeah. So here's the list of all of them at the bottom there.
Nice.
So that's all. So I got Lexington. This is my newest of the bunch.
Ooh. like the artwork, man.
Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of the boxes. These are like really cool. Like these boxes are really. That's why when I find them, they have to be in like the boxes have to be in like really good shape.
Yeah, I have the 2 Jason NECAs, and I kept the boxes. I just don't know where I put the damn things.
So this one's my favorite of the bunch of my new ones. Is that I got the Sega Genesis cover
Oh,
for Goliath.
well, remember, Max, do it, do it,
Yeah.
do it, Sega. When you would turn the system on, Sega.
So yeah, he looks like his character from the Sega game. So I can't really sell.
You can even notice that with Nintendo. I can't remember what the starting sound was, but with Sega, he got that whole voice.
Yeah.
Sega.
Yeah. And then
you know that was a big FU to Nintendo. You turn the Nintendo on, what happens? Nothing. Turn the Sega on. Sega.
and then
That's Hudson.
yep, that's it.
Okay, fucking the names were they street names or city names? Or
I
street
think
names?
I think that since they're all in New York, I think they're all like New York related stuff. Like streets and boroughs, I think.
Can you imagine if someone did that castle set?
Oh man, I want
That big ass castle.
so I don't know if you can I don't know if you have Twitter or not, but they have or I think if you go to the Major Figure page on there, they showed the display for the gargoyles. They have the big watchtower at the top, the big the clock and everything. Oh my god! Like I would give up most of my wrestlers to have that. I was like, all right, like you're all going to go in boxes, and that's going to come out, come up. I'm sorry.
Do you see what some people do with the flag in the old GI Joe aircraft carrier?
No.
They build an extension so it sits taller.
Oh.
And they cut all the wood out, get everything painted up to blend it in,
Mm-hmm.
and they put the flag on top of that, and they can put the figures and shit right there. Someone actually did a video when he was talking about putting it together, and he goes like, he was measuring everything out. He put the frame. I think he was like he put the frame together and making sure everything was fitting, exactly like he wanted it to.
Oh, sorry. I'm like I had a bag in here. I can't remember what I have. Oh, okay. I know what this is now. This is my replacement disc for Showgirls.
I've told the story, but in high school, me and my best friend, we watched The Song Remains the Same. We thought it should get us out of work. We don't have to do anything. We walk out. Now you guys got to report on it. God damn it. Because some other kids started doing the same thing. Yeah, they had to write a report, but they didn't have to do no work. But then someone ruined it because the movie they brought in to watch,
Yeah.
Girls.
Oh, God.
And they got caught, and we could never do it again.
Oh.
I mean, you got out of a week's worth of work and then had to do one day of a report and talk about what you saw in the movie.
Yeah. I think so. So I'm collecting 2 different lines of figures now. Like I got my turtle figures are almost done. At least the ones I care about, I should say. So I'm like, you know what? I'll start a new line of figures. So I got my Power Ranger figures going on. I got the Red Ranger.
I want the classic green, which I know it's going to be a pain in the ass to find. Ooh.
There you go.
Tommy, greatest ranger ever.
There's two different lines of of actually like decent. That's pretty cool. Decent Power Ranger figures. You got the Lightning Force series, and then you got the Super Sevens. The Super Sevens, I think, are the better ones, but the Lightning Force ones are a little bit more affordable. But I think these are a little bit more detailed and everything. I think they're a little bit more posable. But the green one, for the Lightning Force one, that's $100 figure. Like I
Oh
wish
yeah.
I wish I would have known that beforehand, or known that, and so I would have snatched it up for myself because I wasn't collecting those at the time, those Power Rangers at the time.
I mean, after his death, it became super, not only super hard, but they could crank that price up
Yeah,
because they know people would want to pay that price.
so that's what irritated me to know.
I haven't even seen the White Ranger either. The original
Oh,
White Ranger.
so
I haven't seen it.
that one's about a $35 figure, so that's not too bad. But the green one is where that's the one to get is the.
Yeah. Because
But
I think he was other colors. He was a red. Was he red?
I think he was for a moment.
Red, white, but it's green. I think that's the one that he's going to be associated with.
Right.
And we did get teased him in that last movie, though.
Yeah. In the newer one.
Yeah. We saw, what was it? We saw a green coat, and they were calling for his name.
Yeah.
And then nothing happened. Although he is technically in the movie. But there's two versions of how he's in it. Because there's one scene, I think they're in a restaurant. You see him and Kimberly.
Mm.
And then later on, and then there's another scene that I cut where it shows him outside taking pictures and stuff of when the Rangers show up.
Oh, okay. I haven't. I'm a little behind on my Power Ranger stuff. I just was like, you know what? I'm trying to collect the at least the original 5 or whatever, and maybe Zed and Rita.
I would want Zed, yeah, because I like this look.
Oh, me too. Like Zed. So speaking of Zed, they really know how to prey on the collectors' wallets because with the they have a lot of accessories with these characters and everything, as you can see. Like they have two different versions of a sword and heads and 2 different guns, like from like a couple eras, of the Red Ranger and everything. um Also 2 different people who have played the Red Ranger, Rex and Jason, I think. um um so but with the Zed, he doesn't really have that many stuff. He has his staff and his look, so that's really all that comes with it. And then sold separately is his throne room.
But here's the thing: they have a chance to do a special figure of him because in more recent comics, where he gets his ass kicked by Rita, who's got new powers,
Mm-hmm.
she takes his mask off and you can see his face. And my understanding, he goes on to morph into a Zed Power Ranger.
Oh, okay.
I've only seen a couple pictures of drawings of it. Of him has like a kind of it's a cross between him and a Power Ranger. I'm waiting for that figure because that'd be awesome.
That is pretty. That is pretty. That sounds pretty cool.
I mean, if they've done, because I'm sure they've done one of Lord Draken because that's such a iconic villain that would have been awesome if we got him in live action.
I'm trying to think which. So this line doesn't have many out right now. They have the yellow, the pink, red, and green of the Rangers. So we're still missing the blue and black.
So Billy and Zach.
Right. And what's really cool about the Yellow Ranger is that they have the 2 actresses who played the Yellow Ranger, Trinity and I can't think of her name. Other one, Aisha or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe I remember this stuff. It's all coming back to me.
Well, there was actually, that was a show that I never really, I used to think, oh, that's so stupid. I wasn't going to watch it. And my best friend, his mom made him take his kid brother with him. And so we're hanging. I was like, let's just put something on, keep the kid busy. Let's put Power Rangers on. And next thing you know, we're sitting there like, hey, this is actually kind of cool.
Oh, I love Power Rangers. Next to Turtles, Power Rangers, and next to Batman and Turtles, what's it called? Power Rangers was like my top three my figure lines.
Yeah, because I mean, look at some of these turtle lines. You had all these different variations of the turtles,
Right.
and Superman, and especially Batman. And
Oh,
now look at the power. Just freaking go to the toy aisle in any store and look. Go to the superhero and then go over to the Power Rangers, and you're like, holy shit!
yeah, it's right. Like here, I don't know if I've ever showed you this, but this is one of my favorite figures that I own, and it's not even, and it's just Hercule.
Oh, Mr. Satan!
Yeah, I so I don't have. I used to have a hand on him. It was kind of like a flat hand. So he's kind of modeled after kind of I can't remember. I think Hogan or something close to Hogan. And so I used to have Hogan bent over backwards, like he broke his back, and Mr. Satan was holding him up, like I'm the true master, true champion of the world.
I remember, I had no idea who he was when he first showed up. I was like, oh, this is Hercules. What kind of name is that? And then you're reading up on him. Oh, he's supposed to be called Mr. Satan. Like, oh, wait, what? Wait a minute, can someone put me in on that one? Wasn't there like a Satan High School or something like that?
Yeah, it was just like yeah, like that figure is a sought after one. Luckily I got it like at a decent
Well,
price.
well, he's a fun, entertaining character. He's
Right.
completely pathetic in terms of how his strength. He's a weakling. He's a moron,
Right.
but he's a lovable moron.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Like,
Oh,
oh
it beats Cell.
yeah. Oh my god. Like I I could literally message my friend right now and just be like, just do a simple Hercule quote, and it's just like, yep, and we could go for hours just talking about the Cell game saga.
What was
Uh,
it? Android was it Android 18? They had that tournament, and she's like, if you pay me, I'll throw the fight.
yeah,
Because she was all into money. She's like, well, I'm a robot and I like money.
uh, was she? No, she wasn't a robot no more because they transformed her into human.
Yeah,
Krillin
yeah.
used.
She liked her money.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe
And
it.
he's like, okay.
Like I can't remember. I can't remember how to do the simple algebra questions, but I can remember the names of each of the versions of the Power Rangers.
Well,
Oh,
because doing math sucked,
oh,
but watching like Power Rangers on you know
you know
fucking
what? This is the stuff.
DM Dragon Ball, we know.
This is the stuff I can't wait to show Arlo. Like obviously I'm going to be showing him wrestling and everything, but it's like Dragon Ball and Power Rangers and Turtles is like, all right, like you are one of the luckiest kids in the world that your dad.
He watched a cartoon with a bunch of guys yelling a lot of "Oh, I wrote with my friend." Oh, all that yelling. Can you imagine them having to record all those lines in Japanese or English, and at the end of the day, they're just like, "My throat, my fucking throat, I can't talk anymore."
Oh man. Um
Poor guy doing the sound engineer's got to pull his headphones off.
yeah, trying to think. But yeah, those were just my new ones. I don't think I have any new ones. Maybe if I do have some Jay and Silent Bob themed
Yeah.
something to show Pat next time. I think he might have, but
See, the only figure I'm eyeing right now, it's a couple. One is I saw there's a Tatanka version of Devastator,
oh okay.
which is it's the G1 mode in the Tatanka yellow,
Oh
which I'm eyeing that because I think that'd just be cool to
no,
have. I've always wanted the Devastator and the Tatanka thing, and of course, Frankenstein Transformer.
yeah, I'm gonna definitely. I can't wait to look that up. Uh,
Yeah, and it comes out January 2nd. I'm probably gonna order it, towards the end of December so that I should order it, just go ahead and order it in December and so that I can get it and be like, oh, this would be so awesome.
so there's only
Oh,
two, right?
well, yeah, but I haven't been able to. I went looking and couldn't find Dracula on Amazon, but then I saw some pictures someone did, and he
Okay.
transforms into a bat, and it says something about sold out. But again, then who else are we gonna get? See, there's Wolfman. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, all right. Dracula transforms into a bat. Frankenstein into a tank.
Which makes sense because he's a big guy. So
Okay, okay, Wolfman, it's gonna be a freaking wolf. See what other universal ones?
yeah, Gilman.
Uh, Submarine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good one for that one. Yeah.
But if they go to throw a female one in, it's gonna be Bride. And what is she gonna be?
Um. Maybe something another. Maybe I don't know. Like the Bride and the Invisible Man, maybe the tough ones. Just because, like, what is like associated with it? Like, oh man, that would be tough. Hmm. If they're going like quite literal with it, maybe like a beaker, maybe something sciency for the
The,
Invisible Man.
the yeah, I'm pretty because like my understanding is they do like to reuse molds. That's
Yeah,
one thing I've seen when people when they review the figures, they go it's the same mold, but they might just change the chest plate or
right.
the head, but otherwise it's the same mode. So I'm sure if you were to look at the Frankenstein one
All right.
or even the Dracula one, you're gonna see it's existing. The Dracula one, there is Rambat, something like that. They probably is pre-existing one, and the again with the Frankenstein, it's just let's change the chest mode and give him the head. I mean, it's a simple thing to do.
No. For cost, yeah, to keep costs down. Oh, definitely, they're gonna be like, what do we have that we can use already?
I mean, they have these acid ones, which is basically the existing modes with bright colors.
Okay. See, like those, like I don't. Have you seen the black art, or the black light figures for the pop vinyls and stuff?
I have Jumbo Clown.
Oh, that's cool.
The one they said it was at I think they when I got it was like Spirit exclusive.
Okay. See, like those, I don't mind. Like if it's like a clown or whatever, like I can totally see that being like really like cool with that. But I don't like the superhero ones. I don't. They just don't look right to me. They just like I want them to be in their like normal gear. Like I don't need no variations of.
The I only like superhero figures I have is I have like this what they call that super deformed figure line where they
Oh, okay.
all like the big head. I have one for Raven and then I have Doctor Fate. Who did that? The multiverse line?
like like the McFarlane stuff, or
Yeah, and I saw the Doctor Fate and I got it on found it was like in like clearance. So I
okay,
picked it up because I love the way he looks. Fell in love with it.
like the original version of Doctor Fate, or like Adam Doctor Fate.
This is the whole helmet and
Okay.
the way the mode is it just looks so good if you haven't seen it.
I'll
They did a good job on it.
I'll have to look that up too.
But
Okay.
the Funko Pops though, that's a basic mode though.
Yeah, like right. Like speaking of like reusing molds, like some of them do tend to look like one another. Um, like I only have a handful of Funko Pops. I really do. Like, do I have any back here behind me? I don't think I do. Um, I do. I do have like a lot of wrestling ones, obviously for like Mankind and or McFoley, and then I got the 8-bit Stranger Things ones, which I really love. I'm only missing one out of those. Is the Chase version of Will. I'm trying to think. Then I did. You remember Loot Crate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they were like actually being able to like fulfill their boxes on a on a regular basis, like very like consistent, like without troubles and everything. They would do exclusive pop vinyls in there, and I got a handful of those. Like Doc Brown, a Batman that or Joker
I
Batman.
think my Pennywise that I have might be from one of those. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Then I'm trying to think of other ones I got. I got Roddy Piper as from They Live. That I sought that one out. I went hard on trying to find that one. I was like, you know what, I'm going to find it.
Well,
And
again, there's in my state, a few hours from me is one of the main headquarters, and I know that if I ever go there, I'm not going to be able to tell anybody because you know what's going to happen. I'm just going to get this. I have a shopping list. Can you look for this? Like,
oh,
motherfuckers, I am not fucking Fort Knox. I cannot pull out a gold bar and buy like 300 different freaking Funko Pops.
plus shipping them out and everything. Like, nope.
So it's gonna be one of those things. If I ever go, I'll film it and then afterwards I'll upload it. But guess what? So where I went, and then
Right.
also I'll get the you son of a bitch. You should have told us.
Oh man.
Sorry guys, if I ever go, I can't tell you because that's gonna happen. You know it would happen too.
Oh, when I went, so like when I went to go see, when I went to the Secret Stash, and then when Kevin Smith came for Clerks 3, they had pop vinyls there, and so I got some exclusive ones from those places, and
Ooh.
like I'm just like though I'm like, oh man, like I know if I would have told people, because I know a few can like within like my other realm of circle from the circles, like can you grab me one? I'm like, these are expensive, like they were like $50 because they were signed, and like you wouldn't normally find them in stores and stuff like that. So it's just like, oh man, like I can spend my entire savings on this. I think that's it. Oh, then I do have the occasional. I do need to get.
Max,
Yeah.
this is the Doctor Fate figure.
Oh, oh, that's cool. I like.
That's not cloth. That's like a rubber.
Okay.
And I saw this, and he comes with this stand, which I got to dust off. He's a little dusty, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. The symbol is etched in the shoulders.
So McFarlane always does like great work on their figures. Like
I
the
mean, hell yeah, I kind of got that one right there. That's my Jason,
yeah.
which is never going to be opened.
So like I don't know how well I don't know if you do this, but I scan marketplace um listings, and like seeing like bulk items, like lot items, like, oh, and there was one that I almost like bid for, but it was I had a bad experience with the marketplace, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I can't do it no more. But they had a few like wrestling figures in there, like, ooh, like that's kind of a pretty penny one, and it's like I probably should have went for it, but I'm like, nope, can't do it, can't just.
Man, I
I guess,
still got the one I should never have opened. I should not have opened this.
oh, see, I want one of those just for myself. Just
I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I mean, what's funny
because
is
the thing is I can recreate that now, because I have that elite mankind, I have that elite Undertaker, and they just oh, I can't do that one yet. Oh, I think I can hear you. Man, I really need to get that so bad. Oh. Let's see if I can
I mean, the
reach.
case has been through hell, and of course, on the back, the infamous Ken Shamrock figure.
What about that figure? I don't know about that figure.
When they did the mode for his face, just look up the Jack specific Ken Shamrock figure,
Oh,
and you'll be busted up laughing.
yeah, like like I think I had a Shamrock one, and I'm like, and I would always forget that it was him because like you are not Ken Shamrock,
I mean, the because back then they didn't have like the face scan technology like they have
right?
now. Even
Like,
Vince looks off.
mm, uh, what was it?
Basically,
Oh,
Vince is basically pointing the mic like,
yeah. Uh, do I have any other figures up here? No, I don't have any more.
because Series 5 for Jack Pacific with
Mm,
Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rocky Maivia, Flash Funk, Ken Shamrock, Savio Vega, and Psycho Sid. I think I had Psycho Sid. The ringside collectible was Sonny and Vince McMahon, Sable and the referee who's like, tag team was the Blackjacks, Animal and Hawk, the
oh,
Headbangers, and the Godwins. And then they had the mic and the ring, which shows, I think that's Farouk, Goldust, and Ahmed.
oh man, have you? So I I just watched a story about Ahmed Johnson the other day about how Mark Henry did not like him whatsoever. Have you heard that story? Where where he Ahmed like lacerated what Ron Simmons is Farouk.
And when Farouk came back, he was like, it was a great thing. And because Teddy
Yeah,
Long wrote him, and he's like,
like he yeah like everyone knew like they that was like obviously we know the history of wrestling and stuff like that time periods like they booked Ron Simmons versus Ahmed on purpose. They didn't like it was like oh no it's like they
so
did it.
supposedly this was a long-standing issue is that Ahmed was hurting people. So
Yeah,
that attack that he did on Ahmed, that was a receipt.
yeah.
So then he tried to get a receipt on Farouk. He didn't understand he had no receipt to take. So, but I saw an interview and he started talking about an incident in the locker room and he wouldn't go on it about it. D'Lo does. I don't know if you've seen that interview.
No, I didn't.
Well, okay. According to D'Lo, they were in the back and he was talking. It was Rock, Godfather, D'Lo, and Ahmed.
Okay.
And Ahmed and was going over the match with Rock. And he goes, I'm going to hit you with a Michinoku driver. And Rock's like, that's Taka's move. Oh, you know, Taka's, you know, nothing. I'll smoke his. No, sorry, it's not smoke, moke. So I'll moke his ass. And he goes, D'Lo goes, I was putting my shoes on. It's like, you ain't going to moke nobody's ass. So you're going to stay out of my business. He's like, don't dare talk to me like that.
Right.
And he goes, he started to do his shoe, and all of a sudden he looked up. Ahmed came for him. D'Lo took Ahmed down.
Oh, I would not doubt.
And Godfather had to get them to, you know, stop, had to pull. Basically, he's like, hey, stop it. Stop beating him up. I'll pull you off him. And then he goes, they got called into the office by Jim Ross. Ross is like, hey, here we had an issue. No issue, so he goes, good, because we all need to be on the same page. You know, because either you're going to be on the page, and he goes, and he looks at Ahmed, you're not going to be here. Right, Ahmed, and D'Lo goes, that's when he knew that he was in. Because they didn't look at him and says, you're not going to be here. They just looked at Ahmed like,
Right.
oh, you're not going to be here.
Yeah, I like. I didn't know that story. Like with
I'll
Ron.
see if I can find the interview where he goes over it.
Okay.
But no one liked Ahmed.
Yeah.
He
See, I
goes
didn't.
in. He goes in that when he's supposed to have a match with Undertaker. He goes. He's in the cafeteria, and he was Jerry. So it's Jared Briscoe.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ready, Jerry. What? I don't know if I'm ready. You know, he goes, what? He's like, he decided they're going to put the belt on him. And he's like, "Have you talked to Vince?" No, they're gonna put the belt on me. Go
They're
talk to
not going
Vince.
to put the.
Yeah, and he goes, man. Vince was trying to make the money with this guy. He was trying to make the guy rich.
Hmm.
Kept. He's like, I love the guy, but he's an idiot.
He like then after that match with Ron, he didn't do too much after that. And then I think didn't he have like some troubles outside of WWE or WWF at the time?
He might have.
Okay.
He's lost weight, and now he's all into basically calling Austin racist and
I think,
bashing Dwayne.
I think I heard about the Austin thing.
And they talked. He Austin did react to it when
Oh,
he was
did
when he was interviewing Mark, and they brought that up. He goes, "Hey, I'm gonna address that right now." He goes, "I'm not racist," and Mark's like, "You're not." I guess somebody graffitied Ahmed's call with racist stuff, and so
uh,
he goes, "It's Austin."
man, he's kind of like what is he, I don't know Virgil. Have you seen that meme of Virgil?
Sad Virgil, what he's this.
He's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Vince McMahon's. I think does he have a star?
He might.
Yeah, I think he does, and he's on Vince McMahon's star, and he has a booth set up. Just
They would say that at conventions he puts his booth by other people's booth to try to draw attention to hit
yeah,
know.
uh, man, I wish he was. I don't know if he was there when I went to the Squared Circle one.
I heard he had some health problems. He's
Oh,
had some
okay.
health problems, so but it's sad his claim to fame when he was Ted DiBiase's guy,
Yeah.
and then he went solo, did okay, and then boom, did NWO, and then boom, came back for a little bit to work with Ted Jr., who yeah, he's got all
He has
those
his own
problems.
trouble. Yeah. I can't
But he's
talk about like when they talk about people who like they dropped the ball with they had like they had money with Ted DiBiase Jr. and with the legacy thing. Oh, hey man, how you doing?
well now they got the storyline with Brian Jr.
Oh yeah, like Lexus King.
I
This is
love it. Did you see his entrance?
no, I haven't watched it yet.
Well, I watch it. He comes in. They have this throne. They just slide. He's sitting on this throne, just and it slides, and then he gets up. He's like, "I ain't no junior. I'm nobody's junior."
Oh my god, that's great.
Because they had the whole storyline is, you know, I never knew my dad. He died when I was little. I don't know him. I ain't Brian Jr. I'm sick of hearing about him.
Oh man, he was billed as Brian Pillman Jr.
So he's all basically in like this whole like in denial. He's trying to make his own name, but he's being all hostile about it. Hey
Hey man,
man,
yeah, we're like we've
oh
actually.
they had an injury at night one of Halloween Havoc.
Oh yeah.
If you watch one of the women's matches at one point, I can't remember who it was, but one of the women, she's got this big red bump and a little blood.
That little big goose egg on her head. Yeah, like
It was punctured a little because there was a little bit of blood.
yeah. I was watching. I was reading the comments on there, and like, oh my god, like you could see that thing from space. This
I'm
stuff
watching the match, and all of a sudden I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I had to
yeah.
look it up. And they're like, "Yeah, she got hurt. It's just a little." It's a type of bruise. They said
Okay.
they were basically it kind of can swell up and be a little reddish. So
Okay.
it probably wasn't blood. It was probably like the red from it. But yeah, it's pronounced. You'd have
Yeah.
to be blind as a bat not to see it.
Right. So what are you doing up so late, man?
She's probably
It's my night off, so I'm like, I'm in. I'm about to. I'm doing laundry. I like. Yeah, we've talked. I've talked about the movies. We've talked about movies. I've built a Lego set, and we talked wrestling. Showed off figures. So it's like tonight's episode was way more than I expected, which is awesome. So
Yeah, I gotta find that interview somewhere. It is just
with D'Lo,
smoke his ass. I'm like, smoke,
I probably
smoke. Does
I'm
that
gonna
mean
watch.
smoke?
I'm gonna watch Five Nights at Freddy's after I get off here in a little
I've
bit.
heard some people say that it doesn't capitalize on the one thing that really made Five Nights at Freddy a good game.
Oh,
Jump
really?
scares. They say that it doesn't really have many jump scares in it. And they're like,
Oh,
that was a lot. I don't mean to spoil the thing, but I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm willing to watch it. I probably will, but that's the one thing I've heard people saying that doesn't really have jump scares. And every video I've seen of the gameplay does jump scares.
right. See, I've never played the games, but I'm very familiar with the concept of it all and everything. And like I know that's the like you said, that's the like the selling point is you never quite know when he's going to pop out or run around and stuff like that. So I was like, that movie. I like I said, I've not seen it yet, so I'm kind of curious as to how they're going to like use some of those elements from the game into the movie.
Yeah, it's just like that's. I mean, again, I haven't seen it yet, and that's the one common thing I've heard is that it doesn't capitalize in that, which is a shame because every gameplay video you see of it, it's right there. The jump
Right.
scares.
Oh man, that's kind of saddening. I know I meant to tell you this. I did play a little bit of Saints Row.
The new one, oh,
Yeah,
the
uh,
not Saints Row.
yeah. I didn't get very far. Like like the opening sequence, like that was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed that. But once they got to the apartment and all the people started talking, I'm like, this is no like the dialogue just like it didn't. It was like it was kind of like I don't know. It was kind of irritating to be honest with me. Honest with you, it was.
And did you know who the okay? Here's the people you're working for at the beginning, the security force. You know that stag.
Oh,
Look at the vehicles. Look at the jet. Those are stag vehicles.
oh, I didn't see that. See, that's the thing. I didn't even like. I can't even really enjoy the game because I just know that it's not a good game. You know, like I I've I just can't get into it.
Okay, I gave it a chance. I beat it.
Oh, did you?
And, I,
Okay,
and my thing is, and I've said this before with other people, a good game has replayability
right.
where you want to go back. I deleted the game when I was done because it does not have replayability. I mean, it could be a damn good game, but if it doesn't have replayability, I'm not going to waste my time.
Right. Um, like what was that? What game am I playing right now? Um, I'm playing WWE 2K23. I'm working on that one right now, but like actual game, I think I was playing. I tried Callisto Protocol for a moment. That was all right. Um, what was it?
AEW is one I played, doesn't got replayability.
I heard that's just so bare bones. It's not even funny, and as long as and that's kind of like shocking knowing how long that game was in development.
Any proof? Go look at Create a Wrestler. Even WWF Warzone
That's
on Super Nintendo and PS1 has
yeah.
more in Create a Wrestler
That's what.
than that. It doesn't. It's just doesn't got replay. Although I've heard some people say that online play it has. Some people said that kind of a little bit
A little
can
bit.
be fun, but I mean I'm doing creating characters and stuff. I'm getting points and I'm unlocking things. I don't really got to do any big challenge. Just got to earn points,
Okay.
and I can unlock this and that, and but and it needs to. But even Dead Island 2, which it's got replayed, but I need to. But Back for Blood, I own like, I think I own like, where's the other copy? I own like, this is how much I like Back for Blood.
No, you got two different versions of it.
But here's the thing, that's the PS4.
Okay.
I bought it for Xbox, and then I spent an extra $10 to get the steel case.
Hey, that's no problem. I
Because
understand
you can get that at for some of the games at Best Buy. So
no, all right. I no judgment down there. I can understand that. Well, Echo,
but
I'm going to head out of here.
no problem.
I got just a little bit of time. I guess I got to finish up some laundry. So
Yeah, and I'll go look, like I said, I'll look for that interview so you can see it where Dilo breaks it down about the fight. And Godfather apparently also did an interview talking about it. And one of them, I don't know if it was Godfather or Mark, hinted at there was an incident between Triple H and
I,
Ahmed. I doubt that, because this would have been pre-click if there was an incident. But even then, because if there was an incident between him and Triple H, given the click's power,
yeah,
he wouldn't have
we would
lasted
we
long.
wouldn't about Ahmed right now.
He would have been out much quicker, because remember, he came in right
Right.
when the click was getting that power, probably. So
Yeah.
if there was an incident, he wouldn't have made it. He came in what, 95?
Yeah. I think so.
And the Rock incident probably would have happened in 96, 97.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made it by the end of the year if there was. It would have
Yeah.
been a lot worse for him if there was something between him and Triple H.
So I think that's right. Yeah. I know Ahmed's tenure was very short. Like, and he didn't really mount to anything either. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to Mayanne, Russell, Pat,
So Pap,
uh, um, oh, Sean showed up at the very beginning, so I think he had some. I think he was just hanging out for a moment, and so, which was pretty cool. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Echo, for
no
keeping
problem.
the conversation going, because this is my night off, and it was just like I didn't really want to watch a movie, and I knew I had to do one of these roundups for my videos and everything. So it was just like,
Hey, we just got 2 more days of this.
yeah, like, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a third. I think I'm gonna have to do my roundup on the first, because since I work the next few days, so because I work tonight, which is technically the 30th, but I go into the 31st, and then I go back into work on the 31st and get off on the first. So like I like it. So I have to do my roundup on that night. So on night of the first, which is my day off. Next night off. But I have some good ones picked out for some movies that I've had for quite some time, and one of them may or may not have come in my Evil Bong box set that I haven't watched yet. So, all right. Well, thank you, Echo. I really appreciate it. Just hanging out with me. It's like I had a pretty good night. I watched Hocus Pocus with Ariel. That's what we do every Halloween. So that was my night. Tonight was my Halloween. Um, so thank you for hanging out with me and everything. Thanks to everybody who showed up in the chat and just say hi and bye. Regardless, or continue the conversation. I think I missed one of Pap's questions. Real quick. Yes. He did get some new teeth, and he's been staying sober. He has 2 kids now, and he looks like he's like he's like sober. So like I think he's like been clean for 10 years or so,
Yeah.
maybe even longer. So
Yeah,
he
I think he's talked about that in interviews about cleaning up and stuff.
right. Like I know they did the podcast, and then with Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, and I think that was because I think at the beginning of every episode they would talk about like how many days he was clean and a little bit of a passage or something like that. So, but yeah, like if you see him in Clerks 3, he has new teeth and everything, and everything, which like I think it's veneers. I think, but it regardless, it's like uh, but he has new teeth and everything, and like he looks good and looks really healthy and everything. And he just had a kid this year, so he's a new dad, so I can relate. um, but yeah, so yeah, so I didn't mean to like leave you behind, Pap there, but yeah, that's all. I'm going to go finish up laundry, and I may watch Five Nights at Freddy. I don't know. I may just hop on a game and play. But I was see
Take
you.
care, man.
Thank you, Echo. Again, appreciate it. and and oh yeah, my name is the one and only MSJ, Max for short. And all I can say to end these videos is stay spooky and thank you, and have a happy Halloween, because I don't think I'll be able to see any of you guys for a few days. So thank you.